Oh, howdy. How y'all doing today? Not really sure how to start this video. Been kind of out of the loop for a couple of weeks. I had to do some traveling. Went back home to Missouri to help Dad bury Grandma and move up into her house. Kind of sad, but kind of joyful at the same time, because I know Grandma went home to Jesus, and that is a good thing. She lived a long and wonderful life. She lived by herself up until almost 90, and the Lord called her home quick. So I'm very happy for her, but sad for those of us left on the earth, because she was a pretty bright light, very wonderful, amazing person. This is my first day back. Drove 2 days from Kansas. I ended up in Kansas. Drove 2 days from Kansas back to almost Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I got a bunch of boxes of junk that came in the mail while I was gone, so I figured I'd do a little unboxing. I don't know if I'm going to put that first part in the video, but we'll see. So I'll do another intro and just get into this unboxing. Howdy friends, how's everybody doing today? Been on a little trip from South Carolina to Missouri to South Dakota to Kansas, back to South Carolina. Been on the road, sleeping in a truck, a hotel room, and on some couches. The older you get, the less couch surfing is fun. Anyway, oh, I kicked my tripod. And I gotta look at the camera. Some things came in the mail while I was gone, so I figured I would sit down and make some videos of opening some boxes and checking some stuff out. So the first thing that I have here is I ordered a couple of Pegasus 2-in-1 table and sawhorse things from Worx. Good friend of mine, Blackbird Studios. I will try to figure out how to link him in the description. I saw he had one in his shop and talked to him about it a little bit, and he showed me kind of all the features and stuff that they have, and it looked really cool. And then lo and behold, they came up on sale right before I left. So I ordered a couple of them. It's a very versatile tool, but for right now, more than likely, they're going to end up holding my new laser. We'll look at that later on. So, like and subscribe, click the little bell. That way when I bust out the laser video, you can see me open that thing up and look at it. And watch a hillbilly scratch his head while he tries to learn how to use a high-tech laser. Anyway, I'm going to pull this box out with this Worx Pegasus, and we'll get her opened up and see what all comes in there and how to put it together and set it up. Are you excited? I'm pretty excited. Let's go. I'm going to move this camera back a little bit. Phone's making noise. Oh. That's a pretty good view. All right, pay no attention to the pale, pasty legs. It's summertime already in South Carolina. This is the Worx Pegasus multi-function work table, sawhorse, clamp, doohickeys, dog holes, lots of stuff. So we'll cut this joker open. As you can see, I just cut the tape. So I have never seen one of these in person. So this is a fresh view. The packaging's pretty nice. It's a decent box. The table is folded up and sit down in there. The corners have some good padding on it. This is the corner of the box that goes in there to protect it. It's like some kind of foam, kind of dense foam. So that's pretty cool. Oh, both sides. You don't usually see that kind of stuff in packaging for something like this. Normally it's just some cardboard on the corners. Alright, let's see if we can get this out of here without pinching our fingers. Oh, she's a little heavy. Oh, stands up on its own. Let's see what's in the bottom of the box. Piece of paper fell out. Don't fall over. Oh. There's some more propaganda. There's some corner supports down in there. These don't have that cool foam, but they are still foamed. But that's for the bottom of the feet, so they don't need as much protection anyway. I wanted to pull them out though to make sure there wasn't nothing down in there. Ain't nothing in that one. Come on, Cletus. Oh, there's another piece of paper of some sort. There's the other one. Same type of deal. Some styrofoam looking. It's kind of dense styrofoam, soft, and some cardboard. Nice foot protection. We got, got some paperwork that came in it. We got a warranty upgrade effective June 1, 2024. So Worx tool, Worx series. Look like everything's like a 3-year warranty except for chargers, and they're a 5-year. Oh, excuse me. Pretty cool warranty stuff. There's a warranty registration card. And then some safety instructions. We don't need that, do we? It says keep work area clean and well lit. It's a little dark in here, but it's good enough. This is just like a list of be safe when you're using it to work on stuff. Alright, we got a component list. There are 2 quick clamps and 4 clamp dogs included. And it looks like they are all already attached in their storage locations on the table. Which makes sense because nothing fell out. And then they have some imagery of how everything works. Woo. We'll look at that later if we can't figure it out on our own. Oh, let me adjust this a little bit. Alright. This is the Worx as it came out of the box. I pulled it straight up out and set it down right here. So each side looks like there's a clamp stored, and each side has 2 dogs stored. And each clamp has some foam protection. So we'll take these off, toss them to the side. there is a bag that all the paperwork was supposed to be in, but it had all fell out. Anyway, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. There's some little, looks like release clamps here. Let's see if those let it fold open. Well, I don't know if they let it fold open, but it did indeed fold open. So this is sawhorse configuration. Pretty nice. I saw people with boards coming up the side here and clamped to this for doing stuff, which was pretty cool. When you fold this down, your dog storage ends up down here on the flat part on the bottom that supports your legs. So that's cool. Table folds up. Oh, that's what those are for. Those ain't to unfold the legs, they're to fold up and lock the table. That seems to be it. Let's check out some of these dogs. I have seen a lot of tools, workbenches with dogs in them, dog holes, but I've never owned one. One of my other workbenches, I think the DeWalt has some dog holes in it, but it doesn't come with dogs, so they're kind of useless. So we got 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 dogs. I don't know why they call them dogs. Do you know why they call them dogs? If you know why they call them dogs, put it in the comments. In the comments down there. Got 2 of these clamps. It flexes a little bit. They don't feel super stout or nothing like that, but they're designed to work with the table, and I would venture a guess that unless you're really trying to torque on them, they'll be just fine. Got 2 of those. So that's all the parts. So you can use these clamps to clamp things to the table, and there's quite a bit of flat spaces, like right here in the middle. I don't know if those are supposed to be handle spots or whatever, but it's nice and flat under there for clamping. This shows it clamping all kind of places. There's pretty decent structure all along there, but if you clamp too hard from the bottom, you're probably going to cut up your rubber pads and your clamps. You can also use the clamps in conjunction with the table by sliding into here. I guess that's it. It don't make any sense. Let me figure this out real quick. It says align the quick clamps with the slot and insert fully. I believe this comes in here. and hooks on somehow. Oh, like so. Okay. Alright. So, on the trigger, let me get a little closer. There's this little part that sticks out here. When you pull the trigger in, that goes all the way in. So when you put this into the bench, you have to pull the trigger all the way in, and then it will allow this little piece to hook over the little edges right here and lock it in, because this front piece has a roll pin, a big fat roll pin that slides in the rail. So you put the big fat roll pin into the rail, you gotta come up and then drop it back down, slide this all the way up there, pull the trigger all the way, and you can hook this side on there. Now you gotta clamp, put whatever you have in here and go to town. Sweet. Then if you want to stop it up here, you can throw you some dogs in there, put your workpiece against them dogs, and then when you pull this down tight, it'll clamp your piece against them dogs. Right on. It's got a ledge down here on the sides. It's got little feet. I know you can't see them, but on the bottom, let's just do this. There we go, we got two clamps. Anyway, on the bottom down here, it's got holes and little cleats where you can zip tie like a power strip down here, or a surge protector, so you can run your plugs into it. Clamp storage is down here on the support bars for the table. In order to lay the side of the table down, you push these and it releases, so the side of the table will fall down. Fold down one side or both sides. I think we want it up right now. And then the benefit of having two is it comes with these links, if you can see it. And these links allow you to connect two tables together, either side to side or front to back. And then on the two corners, they have storage for those. You also get little tool trays, plenty of dog holes. All right, this thing is pretty slick. All right, I'm gonna open the other one up. We will link them together and see what we come up with. You think it would be cooler to link them up side to side or front to back? Has everybody got what they think in the comments? All right, I'm gonna open this other one up and we'll go from there. Number 2, Worx Pegasus. Close the knife so I don't cut myself. Put it in my handy dandy Pegasus Workbench tool holder. Pop these off. Get off my box. Normally I like to try to burn all these boxes, but these are pretty big and decently thick cardboard, so they may become templating material. We'll have to see. Alright. There's one. And there's two. If I do it that way. That's pretty wide. I think I want to do it the other way. Turn it that way. I guess it doesn't matter. Kind of like that. You get a longer work area. Your clamps are front to back. I dig it. So we'll take out our links, and since we're doing it this way, we just got to turn them. Now it's linked. I don't know if linking them does a whole lot better than just setting them next to each other, but it's a cool idea. These links are flexible. They're not rigid. So if you move your tables around when you have them linked together, I think that'll prevent you from busting them. But it comes with 4. You really only need 2 because you can only hook up 2. But you get one long workbench. And then you can hook probably, I guess, as many of these together as you want. So if you bought 4 of them, you would end up with a pretty substantial work area that's at least fairly flat. I got my handy dandy Stanley. So it ain't like, there's a lot of, ain't nothing flat about it. But if you put a piece of MDF on top of it, it'd be flat. I should have known it wasn't going to be flat. I don't know why I even said that. But when you hook 2 of them together, by the way, this is the Fast Cap Old Standby, recommended by Matt Outlaw at 731 Woodworks. And it's not my favorite, but it fits its name, Old Standby. It's got all the measurements that you really need. But it's not marked or nothing. It's just got the lines. So you got to know what you're looking at. Which is fine for me. Anyhow, this is 62 1/4-ish. More like 62 3/16 long when you put 2 of them together. One by itself is 31. So shouldn't it be 62 exactly? No, because there's a little gap between them. Huh. And we are 20 something, 25 deep. So you end up with basically a 25 by 62 workbench when you do it this way. So if you did it the other way, it would be, what's 25 and 25? It would be that plus just a little bit of a gap between them. So, and then it would be by 32. So what is that, 50 by 32? 50 by 31? Ish. You do it this way, 62 by 25. If you connected them with the rails lined up, it would be 50 by 31. Either way, pretty slick workbench. I like it. It's a 300-pound capacity. If you're interested in the statistics and the propaganda, it's lightweight and easy to carry. The link locks connect the two tables, which we just learned how to do very easily. The quick change, set up, and fold conversion, they're easy to fold up. Hit the two little latches, the table sides fold down, and then push up in the middle of the leg brace, and it'll fold right up. Clamps and dogs, you got 2 clamps and 4 dogs, or in my case, 4 clamps and 8 dogs. Buy 2 if you can. There's all different kind of ways you can use it. They got a circle piece of woodwork stuff clamped on there using 1 clamp and 2 dogs. They got a sticker here blocking a whole bunch of their visuals, and then they have a picture here of what we just did, connecting 2 together. Like we already discovered, it's a 31 by 25 tabletop. It's 32 inches tall, which is good. Folded. Let's get some sticker out of the way. When it's folded up, it says it is 25 inches by 5 inches. So it's the same width as the tabletop, but when you fold it folds up to 5 inches thick. And then it's 25 by 35. It's a little odd. Probably 35 tall, right? Since it's 32 tall work height. Interesting. Anyway, it's got a 18-inch maximum clamping width. It's got a 300-pound work table load capacity, and it's got a 1,000-pound sawhorse capacity. And then the whole thing, each one weighs 30 pounds. So these two together are 60 pounds. Each one of them will hold 300 pounds as a table. Each one of them will hold 1,000 pounds as a sawhorse. And when you fold it down into sawhorse mode, I don't know if there's photos. I don't see any photos, but it has notches here and here where you can put a 2x and across the two, so you could put 2 of them in sawhorse mode, put a 2x4x8 on there, or a 2x6x8, probably 2x4x8. 2x6 might be too tall, it might get a little wonky. But throw a couple of 2x4s across there and a piece of plywood, and then you got an even gianter table. You could probably easily do a 4x8 workbench with a 4x8 sheet of plywood and a couple of 2x4s. 2x4s. That is hopefully not copyrighted by Matt Outlaw, because that's a hillbilly word. And we all use it. Anyway. These boxes are attacking me. One of them anyway. These are the Worx Pegasus workbench system. We'll call it a system because it's got all kind of doohickeys that come with it. If you have some of these, if you've been using them for a while, feel free to leave some comments. Feel free to leave some comments down below. Let's set my 245 pound butt on here. Man, these are solid. Anyway, if you have the Worx Pegasus tool bench in your shop and you have tips or tricks, or if you have found flaws or things that maybe could be modified to make it better, or interesting ways to use them, or other things that you can add to them that'll make them work even better, let me know. Let me know what you're doing with yours. If you don't have one, I mean, I just unboxed mine and I haven't been able to use them yet, but even though they fold up and they're sawhorses and tables, they got lots of cool features, and I believe that these are pretty awesome and going to be a great addition to the shop. Can't wait to make some stuff on them, but these ones are probably going to be laser table for a little while till I can build something. Anyway, Worx Pegasus, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on how I can make my videos better, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Any feedback I will take with a grain of salt and do my best to do better every day. Before I leave, I would like to tell you that our King Jesus Christ loves you and wants us all to go be with him in heaven. So if you don't know him, and you'd like to talk with me about him, leave a comment below or send me a message or whatever. The easiest way to do it, though, is get into the Bible, do some reading, talk to him. It don't take nothing special. You cry out to him, he'll hear you. He listens. But put it in your heart when you talk to him. Find you a local church that's good. Talk to him about it. He wants us all to come to him, so he loves us. We ought to love him and do our best to follow him. Anyway, God bless you. Have a great day. Order you a Worx Pegasus if you have some cash laying around and need a good workbench. Take care, y'all.